Hey everyone, welcome back to EasyTalk. I'm Sarah.
And I'm David. Sarah, how are you feeling today?
Honestly, a little stressed. You know those days when your mind feels full, your to-do list feels long, and you just want a pause button?
Oh, yes. I think most of our listeners know exactly what that feels like, and that's why today's episode is super important. We're talking about how to talk about your stress in English.
Exactly. Stress is a normal part of life, but many English learners don't know the right words or expressions to explain how they feel. So today, we'll help you sound more natural, more confident, and more expressive.
Right, and don't worry, we'll keep the language simple and clear. So grab your notebook, take a deep breath, and let's get started.
Let's begin with the basics. When you want to say you're stressed, the simplest phrases are things like, I feel stressed. I'm under a lot of pressure. I'm overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed is a great word. It means when something feels too much, too many tasks, too many problems, too many thoughts. For example, I might say, I'm overwhelmed with work this week.
Yes, and here's another helpful phrase. I'm mentally exhausted. This means your brain feels tired, not your body, your mind.
That's a very real kind of tired. Sometimes you're not physically tired, but your thoughts are heavy.
Totally. And here's another expression I love. I feel burnt out. This means you've been stressed for a long time, and now you feel empty or drained.
Burnout is very common, especially for students, employees, parents, or anyone with a busy life.
Exactly. And when you want to explain why you feel stressed, you can use expressions like, I have too much on my plate. I'm dealing with a lot right now. My schedule is packed.
Oh yes, my schedule is packed is a perfect sentence. It means every minute of your day is full of tasks.
And sometimes stress comes from emotions, not tasks. For example, I'm worried about something. I'm nervous about tomorrow. I'm feeling a little anxious.
Anxious is a very useful word. It means you're uncomfortable, nervous, or overthinking something.
Right. And remember, listeners, it's totally okay to feel stressed. It doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you're human.
Exactly. And talking about your stress is actually very healthy. It helps you connect with others and feel supported.
So now let's look at how to have a simple conversation about stress. Imagine you're talking to a friend, a coworker, or even a classmate.
Here's an example. Hey, you look tired. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just a bit stressed. I have so many things to finish.
Perfect. Clear, natural, and easy for beginners. All right, let's go a little deeper. So let's talk about different kinds of stress, because not all stress comes from the same place. For example, there's work stress, school stress, family stress, money stress, and even social stress, like when you feel nervous around people.
Right, and each type of stress has its own vocabulary. Let's start with work stress because that's something many people experience.
Oh yes, work stress is real. You can say things like, I have a tight deadline. I'm behind on my work. This project is stressing me out.
Tight deadline means you have very little time to finish something. It's a great expression for office workers.
Exactly. And behind on my work means you haven't finished things on time.
Now, let's talk about school stress. Students can say, I have too much homework. I have exams coming up. I'm stressed about my grades.
And here's a very natural sentence students use. I'm cramming for my exam. Cramming means studying very fast at the last minute.
Yes, and I'm sure many of our listeners know that feeling. Now, let's talk about emotional stress, when your heart feels heavy or your feelings feel messy.
You can say things like, I'm going through a tough time. I'm emotionally drained. I feel disconnected.
Emotionally drained means you have no emotional energy left. Maybe you've been worried for a long time, or you've had too many problems happening at once.
And going through a tough time is a polite, gentle way to say your life is difficult at the moment.
Now, another very common type is social stress. This happens when you feel nervous around people or in public situations. You can say, I feel awkward in groups. I get nervous meeting new people. I feel stressed in crowded places.
Yes, and many English learners feel stressed when speaking English too. But that's normal. Speaking a new language can make anyone nervous.
Exactly. But remember, listeners, stress is not something to feel ashamed of. It's something to understand and talk about. And learning the right English expressions helps a lot.
Now, let's teach some coping expressions, sentences you can use when you want to manage your stress.
Great idea. You can say, I'm trying to calm down. I'm taking things one step at a time. I need a moment to breathe. I'm trying to stay positive.
And one of my favorites, I'm focusing on what I can control.
That one is great because stress often comes from things we can't control, like accidents, weather, or other people's actions.
Exactly. But focusing on what you can control helps reduce stress.
Now, let's practice a short sample conversation using these phrases. Imagine two friends talking.
So, Raeli seem really quiet today. Are you stressed?
Yeah, I'm going through a tough time. My schedule is packed and I'm feeling overwhelmed.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want to talk about it?
I'm trying to take things one step at a time.
See? Simple, natural, and very helpful. All right, let's continue exploring more ways to talk about stress.
Another really helpful thing is learning how to describe physical signs of stress. Because stress isn't just in your mind, your body also reacts. And sometimes explaining these physical feelings in English is useful.
Yes. For example, you can say, I have a headache. My muscles feel tight. I feel tense. My heart is beating fast.
Tense is a great word. It means your body feels tight, not relaxed.
Right. And some people feel stress in their stomach. They might say, I have a knot in my stomach. Or, my stomach feels heavy.
Exactly. And if you feel stress in your mind, you can say, my mind is racing. I can't focus. I can't think clearly.
My mind is racing means your thoughts are moving too fast, like they won't stop.
And I can't focus is something almost everyone experiences when they're worried or tired.
Now let's talk about how to check on someone who looks stressed. This is useful for making friendly, natural conversations in English.
You can ask, everything okay? Do you want to talk about it? Is something bothering you? You look stressed. Are you all right?
Bothering means something is making you upset or uncomfortable.
Exactly. And if someone asks you about your stress, you can reply, I'm dealing with a lot lately. I'm trying to stay calm. I've been stressed, but I'm managing.
Managing means you're handling the situation. Not perfect, but okay.
Now, let's teach some expressions related to stress from relationships, like friends, family, or partners. This is also a common reason people feel stressed.
Yes, you can say, there's tension between us. We're not communicating well. I feel misunderstood.
Tension means uncomfortable feelings or conflict. It doesn't have to be a fight, just discomfort.
Right. And I feel misunderstood means people don't understand what you really mean or how you really feel.
Now, let's practice another mini conversation using these expressions. Imagine two coworkers.
So, David, you seem a little tense today. Want to talk?
I'm okay. There's just a lot happening at home, and I feel misunderstood.
I'm sorry. That sounds stressful. I'm here if you want to share.
Thanks. I'm trying to stay calm and focus on work.
Short, simple, natural, and very useful.
Absolutely. Now let's look at something really important. How to express stress politely, especially in professional situations.
Yes, because sometimes you can't say, I'm stressed out in a meeting. You need softer, more polite expressions. For example, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. I may need more time. I'm under a lot of pressure this week. This task is challenging.
Those are perfect. They communicate stress, but in a professional and respectful way.
And here's something many learners forget. You can also politely ask for support. Could you help me with this? Can we discuss the deadline? I need some clarification.
Clarification means you need something explained more clearly.
Exactly. And asking for help is not a weakness. It's smart.
Very smart. All right, let's explore more natural ways to talk about stress and solutions.
Now, let's talk about something really helpful: how to express stress and also explain what you need. Many English learners feel stressed, but they don't know how to communicate what might help them feel better.
Right. So here are some phrases that express stress and a need at the same time. For example, you can say, I need a break. I need some time to relax. I need to clear my mind. I need some space.
Clear my mind means you want to stop thinking about everything for a moment.
And I need some space doesn't mean physical space only. It can also mean emotional space. Maybe you don't want to talk for a little while, or you need time alone.
Exactly. And here are some more phrases that explain what helps you when you're stressed. Taking a walk helps me calm down. Listening to music helps me relax. I feel better when I talk to someone. Breathing exercises help me focus.
These sentences are great because they show how you cope with stress. And coping strategies are important. They help you manage difficult moments.
Totally. For example, when I'm stressed, I like to make a list. It helps me organize my thoughts.
Oh, same. I love to-do lists. And for our listeners, here's a good sentence. Making a list helps me organize my day.
And if you want to talk about stress in a bigger, more long-term way, you can use phrases like, I've been feeling stressed lately. I've been under pressure for a few weeks. I've been struggling to balance everything.
Struggling to balance everything is a powerful phrase. It means keeping your life together. Work, family, school, health is difficult.
Now, let's talk about how to talk about stress with someone close to you, like a friend or partner, because sometimes we need to have open, honest conversations.
Yes, you can say things like, I don't feel like myself lately. I'm overwhelmed and I need support. I'm feeling very stressed and I need someone to talk to.
Those are deep, emotional sentences, but they are real and natural. And here's something really useful. It's not you. I'm just stressed.
That one is important because stress can make people seem distant or quiet, but it doesn't always mean you're upset with someone.
Right. Now, let's think about how to respond when someone else tells you they're stressed. For example, you can say, I'm here for you. Do you want to share what's going on?
That sounds really hard. I understand. Stress can be tough.
Those responses show kindness. They help the other person feel safe.
And remember, you don't always have to solve someone's problem. Sometimes they just need to feel heard.
Exactly. And here's a very gentle phrase. Take your time. No rush. Now, let's practice a short, natural conversation using these expressions. Imagine two close friends.
I haven't been feeling like myself lately. I've been stressed for days.
I'm really sorry. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I just need some time to clear my mind.
Of course. Take your time. I'm here if you need anything.
Very simple, very natural, very warm.
All right, let's continue and explore even more natural ways to express stress, especially in everyday life. Another important part of talking about stress in English is learning how to describe stressful situations, moments in life that make you feel tense or overwhelmed.
Because sometimes you want to explain what happened that caused the stress.
Yes.
So, let's teach some useful phrases to describe stressful moments. For example, you can say, I had a really stressful morning. My day was chaotic. Everything went wrong today. I was running late for everything.
Chaotic means messy, disorganized, or confusing, like everything is happening at the same time.
Exactly. And here's a phrase I personally use a lot. I felt like I had no control.
That's a strong sentence, and it explains the emotional side of stress really well.
Now let's talk about unexpected stress, stress that comes suddenly. You can say, something came up, I had a last-minute problem, I got some stressful news.
Something came up is great. It's a polite way to explain that something unexpected happened.
Yes, and you don't need to explain the details. It's perfect for work, school, or personal life.
Now, sometimes stress comes from dealing with too many people or too many responsibilities. For that, you can say, I'm juggling too many things. I'm stretched too thin. I can't keep up.
Stretched too thin means you don't have enough time or energy for everything.
Exactly. And I can't keep up means everything is moving too fast and you feel behind.
Let's also teach some phrases for stress from pressure, like when people expect too much from you. You can say, I feel a lot of pressure to be perfect. People expect too much from me. I'm afraid of making mistakes. I don't want to disappoint anyone.
Those are very honest and emotional sentences. They help you express deeper feelings.
Now, let's talk about workplace stress from people. For example, dealing with difficult coworkers or bosses.
Yes, you might say, my boss is putting a lot of pressure on me. I'm dealing with a difficult coworker. There's tension in the office.
Tension in the office means people are not getting along or the atmosphere feels uncomfortable.
Now, let's talk about stress from technology, which is very modern stress. You can say, my phone keeps buzzing. I'm overwhelmed by messages. I'm always checking my email.
That's me. I'm always checking my notifications. Listeners, you can also say, I'm trying to disconnect for a while.
Disconnect means taking a break from phone, internet, and social media.
Now, here's something many people experience: stress from big decisions. You can say, this decision is stressing me out. I'm scared of choosing the wrong thing. I'm thinking too much about this.
And if you want to express stress about the future, you can say, I'm nervous about what will happen. I'm worried about my future plans. I feel uncertain.
Uncertain means you don't know what's coming. Everything feels unclear.
Now let's practice another short natural conversation using these phrases.
So, my morning was chaotic. Everything went wrong.
Oh no, what happened?
I was running late, my phone kept buzzing, and I felt like I couldn't keep up.
That sounds super stressful. You should disconnect for a bit.
See? Simple, natural, and very common in real everyday English.
All right, let's keep going. We have many more expressions to explore.
Before we continue with more expressions, I want to talk about something really important: how stress feels in the body. Because sometimes you don't want to say, I'm stressed. You want to describe the physical feeling.
Yes, because stress doesn't just stay in your mind. It shows up in your body too. So here are some useful phrases you can use. I feel tense. My shoulders feel tight. I have a headache. My stomach feels strange. I feel restless. I can't sit still. My heart is beating fast.
Tense means your muscles feel tight. Restless means you can't relax. Your mind or your body keeps moving.
Exactly. And sometimes people feel stress as tiredness. Even if they slept well, they still feel exhausted.
You can say, I feel drained. I have no energy. I feel burnt out.
Burnt out is the strongest one. It means you've had stress for a long time, and now you feel completely empty.
Yes, burnout is serious. If you ever feel that way, it's important to take a break and take care of yourself.
Now let's move to another useful area, talking about mental stress. Many people experience stress in their thoughts, not just their bodies.
Here are some natural phrases. My mind feels overloaded. I can't stop thinking about it. My thoughts are all over the place. I feel mentally tired. I'm overthinking everything.
Ugh, overthinking. That's a big one. It means thinking too much about something in a way that makes you feel worse.
Yes, I think everyone overthinks sometimes. Another useful phrase is, I'm carrying a lot in my head.
That's a great expression. It's like you are holding too many thoughts at the same time.
Now let's talk about stress from responsibilities, from work, family, school, or life in general. You can say, I have so much on my plate. I'm trying to balance everything. I feel overwhelmed by responsibilities.
I have so much on my plate doesn't mean food. It means many tasks. And overwhelmed means the tasks feel too big or too many.
Exactly. And sometimes you want to express stress politely, especially in professional situations. You can say, I'm dealing with a heavy workload this week, and I feel overwhelmed.
Tight deadline means you don't have enough time to finish something.
Yes, and that creates stress for many people.
Now let's practice a short natural example.
Sara, example. I'm dealing with a heavy workload this week, and I feel overwhelmed.
That sounds tough. Do you have a lot on your plate?
Yes, and the deadline is very tight. I feel tense all the time.
Make sure to take breaks. You don't want to feel burnt out.
See, that conversation uses many phrases we just taught.
All right, let's keep building your stress vocabulary. Next, we'll talk about how to explain why stress is happening, because that helps people understand you better.
So now let's talk about something very important, how to explain the cause of your stress. Because sometimes people ask, why are you stressed? And you want to answer clearly. You can say, I'm stressed because I have too much work. I'm stressed because my exam is coming. I'm stressed because there are big changes happening in my life. I'm stressed because I'm trying to make an important decision.
Those are very natural and very useful, and sometimes you don't know the reason. That also happens. Then you can say, I'm not sure why, but I feel stressed. I feel anxious for no clear reason. My body feels stressed even though nothing big happened.
That's completely normal. Stress doesn't always need a reason. But when you do know the reason, explaining it helps other people understand you and support you.
Now that we talked about causes, let's talk about something even more helpful, how to reduce stress. What can we say when we want to explain what helps us relax? You can say, I try to take deep breaths. I go for a walk to clear my mind. I listen to calming music. I take a short break. I talk to someone I trust. I drink tea and slow down.
Yes, and here are some more natural expressions. I try to focus on one thing at a time. I disconnect from my phone for a while. I give myself permission to rest. I try to organize my thoughts.
I like that one. I give myself permission to rest. Many people feel guilty when they rest, but rest is important.
Exactly. Now, let's do one more natural mini dialogue using these phrases so learners can hear how they sound in conversation.
David, example. You look a little stressed today. What's going on?
Sara, example. I'm overwhelmed by work. I have so much on my plate, and the deadlines are really tight.
That sounds difficult. How do you deal with it?
Sara, example. I try to take deep breaths and make a list. It helps me organize my thoughts. I also go for a walk when I feel too tense.
I think those are great strategies. You're taking good care of yourself.
See? Simple English, but very realistic and helpful.
Before we end today's episode, let's do a quick stress vocabulary review so everything stays in your mind.
Here are the key words we learned. Stressed, overwhelmed, burnt out, drained, tense, restless, overthinking, tight deadline,
heavy workload, pressure.
And useful phrases. I have a lot on my plate. My mind feels overloaded. I can't stop thinking about it. I feel mentally tired. I'm trying to balance everything.
We also practiced how to explain why you feel stressed and how to talk about stress in your body and your mind.
Now it's time for our question of the day. We always end with one.
So today's question is, what is one thing that helps you relax when you feel stressed?
It can be something small, drinking tea, listening to music, watching a simple video, taking a walk, or talking to someone.
Write your answer in the comments. It's a great way to practice real English.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today.
Remember, stress is normal. Be kind to yourself. Take small breaks, breathe, and don't forget, you're doing great.
We will see you in the next episode of Easy Talk.
Take care and keep learning English.